Have you ever sat in a doctor's office and heard the words, "Your creatinine is too high"? In that instant, your heart sinks. For so many Americans over 60, that single phrase feels like a dark cloud settling over their future. Because high creatinine isn't just a number, it's a warning flare. It tells you that your kidneys, the filters keeping your blood clean, are under dangerous strain. Left unchecked, that strain can snowball into fatigue, swelling, blood pressure spikes, and yes, in too many cases, dialysis. I'm Dr. Johnny, and I want you to hear this clearly. Your story does not have to end that way. There are safe, natural, and science-backed steps that can help lower creatinine and protect your kidneys. And the best part, these steps don't involve exotic pills or costly treatments. Instead, the answers lie in 5 everyday vegetables you already know. Foods so simple that you probably walk past them every week at the market without realizing they hold life-changing power. And if you stay with me until the end, I'll share one simple way of preparing one of these vegetables that completely turned things around for me. That little change didn't just make my meals tastier, it gave my kidneys daily support they desperately needed. It was the turning point, and it could be yours too. Let's start with cabbage. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Cabbage, that plain, everyday vegetable sitting in the corner of the produce aisle. But don't let its humble look fool you. For your kidneys, especially after 60, cabbage is one of the most powerful protectors you can bring to the table. I remember a patient, Margaret, age 65. She was shocked when her doctor told her her creatinine was climbing. She thought her days of enjoying food were over. But when we swapped her heavy potassium-loaded vegetables for lighter options, like cabbage, within weeks, her blood work began to shift. The results spoke louder than any pill she had tried. Here's why it works. Cabbage belongs to the cruciferous family, loaded with antioxidants, vitamins, and phytochemicals that calm inflammation. And if your kidneys are struggling, inflammation is the fire you want to put out immediately. Unlike many other veggies, cabbage is naturally low in potassium and phosphorus, 2 minerals that can overload weakened kidneys. That makes it not just nutritious, but kidney safe. Science backs this up. Studies in the Journal of Renal Nutrition show that low-potassium cruciferous vegetables like cabbage help reduce the burden on damaged kidneys while still supplying fiber, vitamin K, and vitamin C. Fiber keeps digestion smooth, so waste doesn't build up in your blood. Vitamin K strengthens bones and circulation, while vitamin C powers your immune system. It's like giving your entire body backup support while your kidneys catch their breath. And here's the part people love. Cabbage is versatile. Steam it lightly, toss it into a warm soup, or shred it into a crunchy salad with olive oil and lemon. Some even ferment it into sauerkraut, packing in probiotics that soothe the gut and reduce the overall toxin load on the kidneys. Every bite does more than fill your stomach. It actively works in your favor. So the next time you walk past cabbage, don't dismiss it as ordinary. Think of it as a gentle detoxifier, sweeping away stress from your kidneys without adding new burdens. But knowing this alone is just the beginning, because the next vegetable takes cleansing to an even deeper cellular level. And missing that could mean missing a chance to truly change the course of your kidney health. Now let's talk about cauliflower. At first glance, it may look like nothing more than a plain white ball of florets. But beneath that simple surface lies a kidney-saving powerhouse that too many people overlook. I'll never forget Robert, a retired carpenter in his early 70s. He told me he felt guilty every time he ate vegetables because his doctor warned him about potassium overload. Potatoes, spinach, tomatoes. They were all suddenly on the be careful list. He felt trapped until he discovered cauliflower. Within 2 months of swapping it in, his potassium stabilized and his creatinine inched downward. He finally felt like he could enjoy food again without fear. Here's why cauliflower is so special. Like cabbage, it belongs to the cruciferous family. That means it's full of natural compounds that fight inflammation and oxidative stress. When kidneys are already straining to filter toxins, oxidative stress is like pouring gasoline on the fire. Cauliflower steps in like a calm, steady firefighter, easing the load and protecting delicate kidney tissue. But there's more. Cauliflower is naturally low in potassium, which makes it one of the safest staple vegetables for people managing kidney disease. Instead of worrying about pushing your levels too high, you can enjoy generous portions without the fear. Science confirms this. Researchers have found that low-potassium vegetables reduce hospitalization risk for CKD patients compared to those who rely on high-potassium produce. Cauliflower is also rich in indoles and sulforaphane, strange names but powerful benefits. These compounds activate your body's detox pathways, supporting not just your kidneys, but your liver as well. Think of it as a deep cleaning service for your cells, flushing out harmful byproducts before they can build up and cause damage. And the versatility is endless. Steam it, roast it with a drizzle of olive oil until golden, mash it as a creamy substitute for potatoes, or pulse it into cauliflower rice for a low-carb, kidney-friendly swap. Each preparation gives you variety without risk, so meals feel exciting instead of restrictive. So the next time you see a head of cauliflower, don't think bland. Think life insurance for my kidneys. Because this humble vegetable doesn't just fill your plate, it lightens the hidden burden your kidneys carry every single day. But as powerful as cauliflower is, there's a vegetable coming up that doesn't just cleanse your kidneys, it shields your heart at the very same time. And that combination could be the difference between simply surviving and truly thriving. Now let's bring some color to the table with red bell peppers. Bright, crisp, and naturally sweet. These peppers aren't just pretty to look at, they're a secret weapon for your kidneys, especially if you're working to lower creatinine after 60. Take Linda, a 68-year-old grandmother who told me she dreaded mealtime. She loved vegetables but felt trapped by all the watch out for potassium warnings. When she discovered red bell peppers, she finally found a vegetable that gave her flavor, crunch, and peace of mind. Within weeks of adding them regularly, her energy improved and she felt less weighed down by fatigue. So what makes these peppers special? Unlike many colorful veggies that are loaded with potassium, red bell peppers are naturally low. That means you get vibrant nutrition without putting stress on already sensitive kidneys. It's like enjoying a rainbow without the storm. And let's not forget the antioxidants. Red bell peppers are packed with vitamin C and vitamin A, both acting like shields against free radicals that damage your cells. For your kidneys, that means less inflammation and more protection, while they filter toxins day in and day out. They also provide lycopene, the same nutrient that makes tomatoes famous for heart health. The difference: tomatoes can be risky for kidney patients because of their higher potassium. Peppers give you the same cardiovascular protection with far less strain. The science backs this up. Studies show that diets rich in vitamin C and lycopene reduce oxidative stress, improve blood vessel flexibility, and support heart function, all of which are closely tied to kidney health. Remember, your kidneys don't work in isolation. Protecting your heart and blood vessels directly helps your kidneys perform better. And here's the best part: red bell peppers are incredibly versatile. Eat them raw in a salad, roast them until smoky and sweet, toss them in a stir fry, or stuff them with rice and herbs for a filling yet kidney-safe meal. Every method delivers taste and protection in one bite. So next time you see those bright red peppers at the market, don't just see color, see armor. They're not just decorating your plate, they're guarding your kidneys and heart at the same time. But if you think peppers are impressive, wait until you discover the tiny cloves of the next vegetable. Small in size, yes, but they hold a punch so powerful it can protect your kidneys and even lower your blood pressure at the same time. Now let's take a closer look at garlic. Small, simple, and sitting quietly in almost every kitchen, garlic might seem ordinary, but for your kidneys, it's nothing short of extraordinary. I remember a man named Harold, 71 years old, who told me he felt trapped between flavor and health. His doctor warned him about cutting back on salt, but Harold hated bland food. When he swapped the salt shaker for garlic, something amazing happened. Not only did his meals taste better, but his blood pressure eased, his energy lifted, and his creatinine levels began to stabilize. He told me garlic saved my food and maybe my kidneys too. The secret lies in a compound called allicin. When you crush or chop garlic, allicin is released, and it works like a natural shield. It reduces inflammation, fights oxidative stress, and protects your kidneys from the microscopic damage that builds up over time. For people with high creatinine, that protection can mean the difference between slowing kidney decline and speeding toward dialysis. But garlic's benefits don't stop there. It's been shown to improve circulation and lower cholesterol, which is critical because your kidneys rely on tiny blood vessels to function. If those vessels are clogged or pressured by high blood pressure, your kidneys pay the price. Garlic helps keep blood flowing smoothly, protecting those delicate vessels. And here's a hidden bonus: garlic is a natural antibacterial. That means it can help guard against urinary tract infections, which often sneak up on older adults and put extra strain on the kidneys. One clove can do double duty, adding bold flavor while reducing hidden risks. Science backs this up too. Studies published in the Journal of Medicinal Food highlight garlic's ability to reduce blood pressure and cholesterol levels while lowering markers of oxidative stress. It's not just a folk remedy, it's a food with measurable medical power. And the beauty is in its flexibility. Dice it raw into a zesty salad dressing, sauté it with vegetables, roast it until sweet and mellow, or even crush it into warm water with lemon for a morning tonic. However you use it, each clove becomes a small act of kidney protection. So the next time you see garlic on your counter, don't underestimate it. Those tiny cloves are mighty shields working silently to protect your kidneys, your blood vessels, and your overall health. But just when you think the surprises are over, there's still one vegetable left, a kitchen staple so common it's often ignored, yet it holds one of the strongest secrets for lowering creatinine and protecting kidney function. And finally, let's talk about onions. Probably the most ordinary vegetable in your kitchen. But when it comes to protecting your kidneys, onions are nothing short of extraordinary. I once met Dorothy, a 66-year-old, who admitted she almost never cooked with onions. She thought they were just for flavor. But after adding them to her daily meals, sautéed in soups, roasted with vegetables, or tossed raw into salads, she noticed something she didn't expect. Her swelling eased, her digestion improved, and at her next checkup, her doctor smiled and said, "Your numbers look steadier." For Dorothy, the humble onion became her quiet ally. Here's why. Onions are naturally low in potassium, which is a huge win if you're dealing with kidney disease. So many nutritious vegetables push potassium too high, overloading fragile kidneys. With onions, you get depth of flavor and nutrition without that extra strain. But onions offer more than just safety, they bring real healing power. They're rich in quercetin, a natural antioxidant that fights inflammation and oxidative stress inside the body. When creatinine levels are rising, that stress is already weighing heavily on your kidneys. Quercetin helps lift that burden, giving your kidneys a chance to filter more effectively. Onions also play a critical role in heart health. They've been shown to help lower cholesterol and blood pressure, both of which are directly linked to kidney performance. Remember, your kidneys are filled with delicate blood vessels. If those vessels are damaged by pressure or clogged by plaque, the kidneys are the first to suffer. By keeping your heart and vessels healthier, onions indirectly shield your kidneys as well. And the benefits don't stop there. Onions have natural antibacterial properties that help fight infections, plus fiber that keeps your digestion smooth. Less waste sitting in your bloodstream means less work for your kidneys. In other words, every slice of onion does more than add taste. It lightens the hidden load your kidneys carry. Science agrees. Research in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry has shown that quercetin-rich foods like onions significantly reduce oxidative stress and support vascular health. It's proof that what feels simple on the plate can be profound inside the body. So don't underestimate that onion you've chopped 1,000 times. Each layer is packed with compounds that protect your kidneys, your heart, and your overall health. But here's the real secret: none of these vegetables work in isolation. It's consistency, weaving them together into your daily meals, that creates lasting change. And in just a moment, I'll pull everything together and reveal why these 5 everyday foods could be the key to keeping you off dialysis and living with strength long after 60. So let's step back and bring it all together. We've walked through 5 simple everyday vegetables: cabbage, cauliflower, red bell peppers, garlic, and onions that can help lower creatinine naturally and give your kidneys the break they so desperately need. None of them are exotic. None of them are expensive. They're right there in your grocery store or farmer's market, waiting to become part of your healing journey. And here's the truth I want you to carry with you. Progress doesn't come from one big dramatic change. It comes from the small, steady choices you make every day. Every time you choose cabbage over processed food cauliflower instead of potatoes, or garlic instead of extra salt, you are sending your body a powerful message: I care for you. I want you strong. These tiny choices add up. They build momentum, and over weeks and months, they can shift your numbers, lighten your symptoms, and restore your confidence in your health. I know it's not easy. Hearing that your creatinine is high or that your kidneys are under strain can feel frightening. It can make you wonder if things will only get worse. But I want you to hear me clearly. There is hope. You are not powerless. By leaning on foods that science has proven to be kidney-friendly, you are giving yourself the best chance to slow or even stop the progression of kidney disease. And that means more energy, less fear, and more time to enjoy life the way you deserve. And because I know how overwhelming health advice can feel, I want to make this simple. Save this video right now so you can come back to it later. Bookmark it, share it with someone you love, and keep it handy the next time you go grocery shopping. These 5 vegetables aren't just food. They're part of your health plan, part of your defense system against the risks that so many people over 60 face. And while you're here, make sure you subscribe to this channel. We're building a community of people who want to protect their kidneys age with strength and live with vitality. By subscribing, you'll get reliable science-backed health tips delivered right to you, guidance that you can trust, and strategies you can use every single day. Don't try to do this alone. Join us and let's take this journey together. Remember, your kidneys are quiet workers. They don't complain until the damage is advanced. But that silence doesn't mean you can ignore them. It means you need to act now before symptoms steal your comfort, your energy, or your independence. By embracing these foods and making them part of your daily rhythm, you are choosing prevention over panic and healing over hopelessness. So take this encouragement with you today. You are stronger than you think. You have more control than you realize, and your future health isn't written in stone. With consistency, knowledge, and care, you can protect your kidneys, lower your creatinine, and live the next chapter of your life with peace and confidence. Stay committed, stay hopeful, and stay connected with us. Because together we can make sure your story is not about decline, but about renewal.